As we all know, the music industry is one of the most fucked up, exploited, and just sick ass fucking industries, and I fucking hate them. So, hey, you superstar, I know you watch my videos. I'm gonna help you on how you don't get exploited and you can still be in the music industry. And if you already are and you're a world famous pop star, hey, how's it going? You wanna slide in my DMs or not? Honestly, nobody slides in my DMs, and it actually kind of offended me the other day. I keep getting these girls like, "Hi, pretty lady, do you want me to pay you $5,000 for you to live life?" And I went, "Why $5,000? I think I can do 10. I think I can do 10, but I'm not gonna negotiate with fucking terrorists, fucker. I'm not about that life, but like if you offered a number that was better, and also, show. Don't just fucking say. You know where my fucking Venmo shit is on my fucking account. Just drop 10K in and I'll be like, oh, whoa. I'm impressed. I'm a little scared. I don't want to do weird shit. The most I'll do is, hello. Worst fucking trafficking of myself ever. Anyways, to the celebrity watching my page, I know the tarot ladies told me, tarot men and ladies, let's be fair. They were like, a celebrity is watching you. I got actually so many of those that I'm like, who? And then I was like, we're not counting Kate Hudson, right? He's not a fucking celebrity. He's a, I don't know, he's a spineless little man who his mother thinks is stinky. An attractive celebrity that the tarot readings are talking about. Hey, again, if it's you watching, why are you watching? There's better stuff online. No, there isn't. This is pretty good stuff. Let's be real. When I'm funny, I'm funny. I mean, honestly, sometimes it's a hit or a miss. Sometimes you guys come in and you're like, oh no, it's an emotional oh fuck. Is she talking about her feelings again? Or spirituality? Yes. But if it's JoJo Siwa, because I made that hate video a while ago, that doesn't count as famous. Why the fuck would they tell me that? Oh, that would be so... You know what? The universe would humble me. I bet it is her being like, fuck you. And I'm like, well, fuck you too. But if it isn't, hey, how's it going? But if not, if it's that creepy men that like go in my DMs, you don't need a DM me. Just send me the fucking money, okay? But 10K, yeah? Well, you can send the 5K anonymously. I mean, if you're gonna like message though, it should be 10 and up when, you know, like the fuck's wrong with you? But yeah, if you want to understand why this is such an exploited field and what to do with some humorous takes, but actually really solid information, stay tuned. I will help you. If you've never worked in the music industry, or if you just left and you're trying to go on your own label or without a label, you'll know what to look for, how much things will cost. And as always, exploitation doesn't have to look like this case. It can also look as just mere fucking incompetence. You'd be surprised at the amount of people who are like, I'm underqualified for that, but I think I could wing it. No, not with my career, motherfucker. No, not today, not tomorrow. But how else do you gauge someone and whether or not you know they're competent because you don't actually understand the inner workings of the music industry? We'll cover that because it'll show you the difference between two types of managers. One that's like, all right, let's do this TikTok live. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you need instructions? Why would you need them? It's a TikTok live. I don't know what to do. And one that goes, do you want to do a TikTok live later? I know they're a little uncomfortable, but I've been watching a lot of people, so I can walk you through it and we can do some practice runs and just to make sure it goes well. And I'm pretty sure you can handle it. But I also got a game plan for after that if you don't want to do that. And we could also talk about the next 5 years, how, you know, to keep your brand good, we don't just take every brand deal. You know what I mean? Because you want to keep the appeal. But I think you should also work on some engagement stuff versus, again, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't want them to hear me. Sorry. Just Yeah, no, there are some people like that. You know who the fuck I'm talking about. Stop making her not a star. She's a motherfucking star. And what are you doing? You're clipping her wings, motherfucker. Who am I talking? So here are some general terms that you would just need to want to be associated with and understand when you start in the music industry. So A&R artists and repertoire, they're pretty much the person that kind of like scouts you and just kind of like goes, oh, I think you're the next Alicia Keys. And you know, we're going to do this, and I have a vision. If you have a business manager, they should be doing some shit like that. Okay. Like it's not enough for them just to do the business part, because if they're just going to do the business part with the money, that's only 5% like actual that they would be taking. For them to be taking the outrageous fucking 20-25%, that's how they sometimes take. No, bitch, you do much more, okay? Remember, never tell them this formally, but as a manager, you're my bitch and kind of my boss, but more my bitch. For real, I hire you. The fuck you talking to me do some shit? You can tell me, oh, I suggest this, but the fuck you saying do this? I pay you, fucker. I pay you. And honestly, and if you were already a superstar, why are you on my page though? You would actually be giving them less. They would probably be taking 15%, maybe even 10%, depending on what your caliber is. But then again, who is watching my page? Is it the tarot ladies, right? If not, 20-25% is about right, but then that's their experience. If they have no fucking experience, you ain't touching shit. I mean, you can do it. I don't think you should, but you can for much less. At that point, you have a lot more power and you're like 10% bitch. And they're like, you're not a superstar. You ain't either. You ain't either. Yeah, just like that. That's how you reject them. You ain't either in that voice. Okay? I know. It's I can help you. We can practice that together. Am I selling myself? So we're going to go through this in more depth the next video. What does an artist manager do? You can look that up, and remember, as always, type that, then put Reddit, or else they won't show you shit on Google, because I don't know why our world's like that, but I will let you pause to read, because I'm not going to reread that shit. Was that enough time to pause? I don't fucking know. I try to move as fast as I can. This article basically tells you and spells out why. Then they also explain that's why some people take 35 fucking %. What the fuck? Who the fuck are you hiring? No. Unless they're like gonna, you don't know how to do shit. They'll just be like, did you want to sing with Christina Aguilera? There you go, bitch. No, not 35%. They gotta be wildly fucking like really like in the industry and know everybody's at, like they're up everyone's ass. Like, don't fucking do that, okay? Yeah, so they have some good ideas. It's a who's who. And if you have someone who doesn't know anyone who's who, no, bitch, you're not getting more than like 15% at least. Jeez. And then, but why you would get one is because this art, like, you can read it, but they're essentially the CEO of your artistry. You have a vision, you tell them, bitch, I want to be the next Madonna in the next 10 years. And they're like, okay, girl. Obviously, they got to believe in you, because why the fuck else are they there? If anyone's just taking people just because they want to take people, that's not a good manager. They gotta see your talent, believe in your talent, know what works for your talent, and sell your talent. So for instance, if you were the best dancer and they never focus on your dancing, they don't even make you do the TikTok challenges, you're just doing whatever to sell whatever, that's not good. You can always work with someone experienced as long as they do their due diligence and really put their ass into it, like, honestly. Especially if you're the more famous one, like, the fuck are you doing here? Put your ass into it, motherfucker. Oh my God. I opened the door for you. I opened the door for you. I would be such a fucking little diva. But yes, we'll talk about that. And then we'll also talk about the other pitfalls that many artists tend to fall into that will put them in a negative kind of like, and the most common problems. Then we're going to go through this full list in detail. But as always, I'm starting right here with management companies first. This is the most common problem in the areas that you will find you are maybe getting screwed over in, especially if it's a red flag, especially if your LLC company, you open one and they want to open it with you and they make you the primary liability, meaning you're the CEO and they're an employee there, because really what they should be doing is opening their own. We'll talk about why later. Production companies, we'll talk about the 360 deals, why they're fucked up, why if you get one, make sure you get out of that shit within a year or two. We'll talk about how producers might fuck you over by accident, where you're like, let's just jam, and they're like, I own it. What the? Yeah, they'll be like that. They seem cool when they're all on the drugs and we're hanging out, but then all of a sudden they're like, nope, I talked to my lawyer. Your lawyer was with us. We were, nope, can't say that. And that's what they'll be like. You know, people on other things, they're not your friends later. I've learned the hard way. I used to go to work and like, I hated this bitch at work. Then we got drunk and I was like, oh my God, Kim, I love you. But then I'm like, I hate Kim. I really fucking hate Kim. And I went on work on Monday. I'm like, God, I fucking hate her. I can't believe I was so nice to her when I was drunk. But lesson learned, I'm friendly. I hate it. Because then I'm like, God, now everyone thinks we're friends. And then lawyers, make sure you always have your own independent lawyer, even if you have family or stuff running your thing. If you can't trust that your family member will always be fuck the money, here's the test. If you walk into their office and go, I hate this, I don't want to do this no more. This job sucks. I don't care if we get sued. Let's just quit. And they don't go, fuck this job. I love you. Everyone's fired. Fuck off. If they don't do that immediately, get an independent lawyer. Because unfortunately, in this business, it tends to attract people who, if they were willing to send their children willingly and just go, be famous, the rest of the people that are attracted to it are not good. You know what I mean? So that's the test. So if you say, I want to quit, like we'll get sued up the ass, but that's okay. That person should respond back with, no, we'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. You hate this shit? I don't fucking like this shit either. But if they go, well, think about it. Just think about it. Fuck that person. Because essentially a person like that is going to be someone very prone to getting a very creepy deal for you one day and actually disclosing it to you. A good one will never even show you the deal and say, no, there's no motherfucking way. There's better ways to make money. And I'm not going to do that. But that person would be like, it's a lot of money. Do you want to think about it? I know it's a little, but do you want to think about it? Don't even let yourself get in that fucking position. If you have a modicum of talent, there's no reason you should ever need to do anything like that. Unless I guess you really want to, then yeah, girl, empower yourself. I don't judge, honestly. However you want to get through, but it should always be your decision. We'll return back with more examples of that. See you soon. This is YC. Like, follow, and subscribe. I had to record this 4 times because I kept going too long. Bye.